Hola hermanos. Bienvenidos a un nuevo video. Hoy arrancó la Free Fire World Series del sudeste asiático, y vaya que empezó con todo. El grupo A llega cargado de puro peso pesado, Buram, All Gamer Global, Dores Pro y RRQ, mientras que en el grupo B tenemos nombres de respeto como Onic Olympus, WAG y nada más y nada menos que el actual campeón del mundo, Evos eSports. Así que sin más rodeos, vamos directo al primer mapa, y ojo, porque hoy arrancamos en purgatorio. Empezamos caliente en este primer mapa, porque en la parte baja de Brasilia ya tenemos un enfrentamiento explosivo, Evos eSports contra el equipo vietnamita Heavy. Y mientras eso arde, por otro lado Dores Pro se mide contra el poderoso equipo malasio Todak en un duelo que promete chispas desde el primer minuto.
Yeah, instant pop of the day, 1 through 4 by Shield just to make sure he just makes sure that Heavy does not go in here for the wild shot just yet. Ray has got a good gun early game. P90 though, alongside an FP40, and that just instantly snubs him out. Evos losing the best player, but a good trade back onto Alan. Rasia straight down as well. The sniper just could not get away in the nick of time. Apex, the final player left in here for the side of Evos, and a early cleanup for your champions of the Esports World Cup.
Still at it.
Yeah, and Heavy is not the good old Heavy that you guys used to see. As Virtus Pro now gets snuffed out as well. Heavy is in here.
Pelea cantada entre WAG y Heavy, sin embargo llega un tercer equipo que es Onic Olympus y se vuelve todo un caos.
You have next word AC80. Everyone is on either a marksman or a sniper, and I love how they showed up. They get all those knockdowns in the beginning of this engagement, and now they're just cleaning up, and all those will be receiving heavy damage, but who will be knocking on their door later on? It might be Onic Olympus, but they need to be careful.
Yep. They'll dry down on the ground already. One good jump pad used. Mufasa tries his best to get out of there. Onic Olympus just kind of messed with them as the third party in here. And as Onic goes in for the chase, it could be a great defensive spot for them behind the boulder, and Putra proves exactly that, using that high ground. Beautiful advantage with the boulder. Pickup is instantaneous. FGL straight to the glue walls. Gets the knock, and that slows down these players for a tad bit. Split Blitz as well will not find the full connection, all thanks to the time turner.
Only Crime and Adam remain. Crime receiving a lot of damage, a headshot as well, but healing gun make sure that they can recover. But WAG putting a lot of pressure, and there we have it. Onic Olympus being taken down. So first it was Evo's fight, now Onic Olympus. So the kings that has been crowned is going down.
I mean, that's what you get for messing with the Vietnamese players, man. We were about to see a holy hell of a showdown between Heavy and WAG, who had those player swaps. We were just talking about them.
Bag encendido manda al lobby a su segunda escuadra, empezando el día muy agresivo.
Shot after shot, UAV just to make sure that they will be able to heal up a little bit, but there goes a breakthrough. WAG still being pushed out, and there you go, the Pharaoh. Cougar is first one to go out.
That's a beautiful use of the time turner, but even the time turner could not.
All Gamer Global intenta rotar para entrar en zona, pero se dan cuenta de que otro equipo está buscando exactamente lo mismo, y no piensan dejarlo pasar. Se viene un choque directo para impedirles el paso.
So, because as the blue posts in, there's little time, little space for them to work with, but for two, a little bit too close though, but put in a few damage on Maka Esports. He's the ones on the back foot and need to keep that distance. But let's see if he will be backed up by the rest of the team. Sidebar right now, up close and personal. FGL put in a few damage on Alif. And there goes M590 shot. Reduce, reload, it doesn't matter. But there goes a quick pick up on Alif, and Get Bull will also go in for damage before Team SR make the hit.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Cypher. Also had that Oscar to break down the defenses, kind of disorientate the players of Magna Esports a tad bit there, but overstepped his boundaries, got shot down, and now AGAL in a tad bit of trouble, down by one man in this team fight. Nesar goes in enough. Pharaoh's down, and what a shot! Dew is back. Masterful play, but does not have the super med on him. and gets eliminated by the circle instead. How anticlimactic.
I mean, you made that shot. You have a chance, but unfortunately, the blue hurts that much that you cannot survive. So that's one thing that they need to be focused on, because the shift of the circle has also changed. I mean, it's a huge shift overall that made those in the farther region of the previous circle have so much trouble in getting into new ones. So let's see if Heavy, as well as Todak, can deal with Buram United to open up their doors. But for Naka Esports, there's no more chance for them in this first match. And let's
Not gonna put him down 6 feet under, but the recovery is instantaneous from the Buram player.
Yeah, I love how they're recovering quite fast, and we have to see if they can survive, because they still have Heavy and Todak to deal with. WAG has been taken down by the blue, and there goes Heavy! Double elimination, double knockdown already, and only Wasana remains, but will be taken down by Boy. Number 5 would be for Buram United, and Todak backs away as quickly, just to be safe.
RRQ aprovecha el enfrentamiento de P Esports contra Todak y carroñea para llevarse el primer mapa.
RRQ does their best to interfere, and that distracts you and puts Nero into a confusion. Todak jumps back into the frame because the circle stops them from their right-hand rotation, and they take advantage of this. RRQ needs to get this Booyah. Everything's on their side now. Valiant Dash to break down the defense. Away in the backline. Strogon for the shutdown, and they do it phenomenally well. Indonesia with Booyah #1 through RRQ.
RRQ, silent but deadly. The masterminds are back using their brains to outsmart their opponents. First off, they went.
Así queda la tabla de la primera partida. RRQ se coloca en la cima, seguido por Todak, que solo apareció en los momentos finales al igual que P Esports. En el tercer puesto vemos a WAG Esports, que salió con una agresividad impresionante buscando enfrentamientos, aunque al final no pudo contra el poder de RRQ. Con esto cerramos el primer mapa y nos vamos directo a la segunda partida, que se juega en Bermuda. Equipo de Malasia le pelea caída a Onic Olympus.
Loot, increased amount of loot here at the surrounding areas of Loot, so for sure it is going to be the bait that drags people in. Jan's finding an early one to be in. Flying down on the ground. No saves coming on through just yet, but Adam won't be able to find one with the cord. But as the final player on the side of Onic, can he get away? Get Boo has got him cornered already. Adam, gets the slice with the sight. Can he get a double? Olive with the prevention. A triple for the...
Pelea de titanes entre All Global Gamers contra Dores Pro.
Pro going against AGAL. Let's see who's going to win, because up close and personal versus Pro seems to be a stronger team, but we have to on the other side keeping Overwatch, and even nameless Waranya cannot do anything about this. Diamond right now shot from afar as quickly as that.
Esto no sería el sudeste asiático sin 10 equipos vivos en la última zona segura.
But damage from Blue will also be prime, so they need to be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. The Blue's not going to be too kind to them at all with the damage. Divesardo so low on the HP! And Allen with the charge buster. For all of these teams at the very same time, Valiant Dash breaks down a couple of glue walls, but that backfires instantaneously. PE Sport with the advantage. Ray breaking down his own glue walls as well. And with the Tatsuya, Rebel rushes out of there in the nick of time. It has the Trogon to play counter-attack up against PE Sports. Blue wall melted, being laid down. Riptide Rhythm! And the follow-up is sweet. Nolan out of position and shut down as well as Team Heavy crash with the name.
Yeah, PE Sports right now, only one remains. Nero will try to be the hero in this game, with Ray of Sunshine will be beaming on him, but the pickup is not being done, and Ray is still going for the dance. Glue wall after glue wall, shots after shots, and it would be a shot from afar that will take him down. Malasia right now a little bit low in HP, and Buram United is trying to mow down a lot of teams. There goes the jump onto RRQ, and then Time Turner in time has been pulled out, but Moshi has been knocked down. A lot of teams gunning down on them, and this is the risk of being in the middle of 7 or 6 teams. There's not so much of hope for you to survive.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But great Time Turner landing there. So all of the teams taking their shots at them at the very same time. But the recovery from Buram has been phenomenal. But dudes, out of nowhere, great grenade blade from the back. And single-handedly, Dudes will snuff out Buram with those lethals.
Single-handedly. Single-handedly. I mean, I'm really loving how Deuce is playing out with grenades out at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And it did work in Clash Squad. It is still working in Battle Royale. Evos Divine will be taken down. That's from the hands of Todak. But we'll see if RRQ's grenade or utility gameplay will work against two teams. Because Pharaoh, NWAG, Riptide Rhythm, as well as a few of those ice grenades will be thrown at them, and RRQ is just sitting pretty. They are safe. A bay needs to be picked up, but there comes the risk of HP being lost by the blue.
Yeah, very well played here by Toda, but now WAG trying to keep them busy. Dudes again! Again! Back to back, Dudes, this monster with those lethals. Sure as hell has the Alvaro on him. Export back away, Bison in hand. The electrotherapy doing its work here for Traps, who's super daring, moving straight in behind enemy lines, but waits for backup as WAG is allowed to engage with RRQ, and they just want to find the finishes, and they do a phenomenal job at finding that. Spies with the AWM, finds a double connection. Traps will be able to get one with the SVD as well. Tikui and Export all left in here for the side of WAG. But Tikui up against Noki, a phenomenal fight to keep them in the game. WAG's not down just yet now.
Yeah, let's see though. I mean, WAG will still have Tikui and Export! And there you have it! The clutch! Tikui going in for the move by ease, even unable to heal up, and switching over to the Bison, goes in for another hit. WAG clutch it out against a full...
Pasamos a la tabla de la segunda partida y RRQ sigue firme en el top 1, pero ahora solo con 2 puntos de ventaja, porque justo detrás viene WAG que, gracias a ese Booyah lleno de eliminaciones, escala hasta la segunda posición. El top 3 lo completa Todak, apenas a 2 puntos más abajo. Así que, sin más que agregar, nos vamos directo al tercer mapa. Y otra vez Heavy le vuelve a caer encima a Evos Esports. Parece que la rivalidad entre estos dos no termina, y desde temprano se vuelven a encontrar para repetir la historia.
It'll give all those energy for those engagements once they are prepared. But speaking of hot drop, Onic Olympus once again going against, or Heavy rather, going against Evos Divine. And there goes two, make that 3 players down. Rasia, the only one remaining, clutching the life out. But 3 HP, not so much that can be done. And Heavy...
Buram se mete a la zona segura, pero P Sports los estaban esperando.
Engagement might be happening, leaving Buram United lost once again in position.
Onic, on the other hand, is going to get into a little bit of a scuffle here, so you better keep quiet for a little bit. Jonah, beautiful entrance in Mike Nolan, alongside Get High. That time turner saving them a lot of trouble. But the flank around from Get High and Narrow with the backstab will ensure he saves his team in the nick of time. Moshi did not expect Pharaoh to be down there, hiding away, waiting for that opportune moment. And Zenzi put the final nail on the coffin for Buram.
Yeah, Pharaoh right now going better at this point. 7 elimination already, full squad, but hit list is still on. And let's see though if they will be...
Cierre de zona en la tercera partida, en donde nuevamente con una estrategia de carroñeo RRQ se lleva su segundo Booyah.
Honestly, I'm not sure exactly what Buram was aiming for there, because I was assuming they were going in just purely for placement points, positioning, maybe trying to sharpen up their skills on grabbing Booyah after Booyah. But sometimes they tend to be super aggressive going in for the eliminations. They need to decide what they want to play in terms of a strategy very early on. Because Buram, as of this point of time, seems to be a tad bit scattered with their strategy. Hugh with a headshot with the Kar98 will be able to take a bay, put him on the ground, and again, back to back. Hugh is just being so annoying here. The man is so far away. RRQ with the recovery play, trying their best to pick up their buddy.
Perfect timing with Sidewalk on that blue wall. But there goes Oscar by Waranya. Sidewalk goes down. Charge Buster though will be able to make that hit. And let's see, the pickup will be swift for AG Global. Onic Olympus right now joining the party, and they managed to take down 2 of the players. It is go time for these 3 teams, and Virtus Pro is the one being left behind. Exposé goes down, ATAL is out. It's now a 1v4.
Yeah, wonderful ambush here by Onic Olympus. But look at the recovery. Instantaneous from Virtus Pro. They trade out Zyru as well. Warania, can he pick him up? Diamond, the final one there, but the circle does a number on him.
The problem is we have a Pharaoh on lower ground, so it's either Onic will deal with Pharaoh first and then go in against PE Sports, but no, Prime will go down from the hands of LBT, and they were just dropping like flies.
Yep, and RRQ is not waiting, and neither does LBT and Squad. PE Sports dropping on in like the angel of death from up top. Lauho staying out of this equation, looking to recover himself first with the AWM. Can perhaps spoil the play of Dudes, who goes in for the eliminations. Grenades with the M79. Grenade launcher as the circle starts to assist RRQ, opening up the field for them. Lauho all alone up against 3 players from the side of RRQ. And the Indonesian squad scores a double Booyah on the opener day.
Yeah, definitely a 2 Booyahs, and nowhere else than Kalahari know how well they are working on this map, and they showed us once again. Probably not on the nades coming.
RRQ se mantiene firme en la primera posición, cada vez alejándose más y sacándole una amplia ventaja a los demás equipos, con más de 18 puntos sobre el segundo lugar, que sorpresivamente es PE Sports, esta vez viniendo con todo. En el top 3 se mantiene Todak, mientras que WG cae muy temprano y termina en la 5ª posición. Con esto, pasamos al 4º mapa. Todak se enfrenta en la pelea de caída en la zona de feria contra Pharaoh, el ex equipo de Corimemori, y desde el primer segundo se nota que ninguno de los dos quiere ceder terreno.
Against Pharaohs very early on. Jump down onto the ground. Dawn showing up for a few seconds there. Pulls out the time turner, but doesn't step away quick enough as Traps smashes him instantly. A triple for the squad, and all thanks to the slide.
But also to get into that time turner, but the great lead on Sensi. They were just moving against each other, being silent, and on the other side.
Se arma la locura en Torre TV. Una triple pelea explosiva entre WG, Todak y PE Sports, todos buscando el control absoluto de la zona y sin dar un solo respiro.
To be a party here at Tiki Tower.
Yeah, on Tiki Tower, this is where a lot of engagement is happening, especially for those who can take that high ground. But with the changes that has been done in Santino, they won't be using that right here. And Tikui will be the first one going down in this mix of everyone else. Magna will not see Cyrus in there, and he, despite of being charged against, used a Charge Buster to take them down. So that is just a 1-2 trade that we're seeing right now. And Magna was able to revive their teammates. Here comes Todak right here. A little bit too aggressive, but PE Sports will also aggress against them.
Yeah, out of the pen, into the fire. Todak was waiting outside. PE Sports chasing WAG into the firing squad. And now to clean up the missing pieces here. The Todak could not pick up in the past couple of games. They will do so right here, right now at Solara. Tiki Tower blessing them with a ton of eliminations. Nero going in for the revival, but will be caught out as well. Quadra of all things for Traps, as this compound just blesses Todak with so many of these bodies. WAG, one more survivor, and he's trying to hide it out of that PLS1.
What?
One more needed, but he gets the job done.
First 6 minutes into.
Por otro lado, All Gamer Globo se enfrenta a Onic Olympus, pero terminan siendo carroñados, perdiendo toda oportunidad de avanzar mientras otros equipos aprovechan el caos.
Kodak, that's aggression overall. So they're not just aiming for the final circle. They want to stack up for the points a little bit early as well. But AG Global will also feel a little bit of Onic Olympus putting pressure on them. And not so much a backup. Team SR already going down. And not only is Onic Olympus the ones in this area, there's also a few more that will be waiting for them. Magna Esports is one, but as we look, only Cypher would be remaining in this mix, as Ju will also be jumping in with that M5, a 90. Surprisingly that he's not using a sniper, but will he be able to go for a pickup or the revive? As quickly as that, he has that insurance, and Cypher will also back into the mix, as well as Pharaoh's Adam is in trouble.
Holy mama, Cypher just doing so much there. He may only just show one elimination on the stats here, but the guy did so much in that fight, even picking up Barros, even going in there for the back-to-back knockdowns. You helping it out for the very last engagement, but unfortunately for them, Magna shows up at a very meaningful time.
RRQK y Virtus Pro se percata de un jugador, sin embargo era el jugador del global que termina siendo eliminado.
Double kill.
Pelea equipo entre Virtus Pro contra el equipo de Heavy.
A little bit longer, giving a few more for the team to deal with AJL. But for Virtus Pro and Team Heavy, I mean, Heavy has more chances at this point. Diamond already got down, and Don't Cry is the one who's putting in the numbers. Nameless, though, not making any shots at all, and XOC will try to go in for the pinch against Don't Cry, but the pickup has been done already. Mufasa goes in for the rush as Nameless is recovering, but there you have it. We won't be seeing AGL in this game, but Allen goes down, though. Perfect timing for Nameless, but it's a 1v2 situation at this point, and Virtus Pro is not surviving.
My God, Vietnam is on fire, but as I say that, Evos Divine trying to take one of them out of the equation here. Heavy under heavy fire from the side of Evos. 13 eliminations strong. Mufasa desperately trying to get away.
And now they are outside.
And Toda in a lot of trouble as well. As I say that, players on the side of Heavy drop them one after the other.
Buram hace su aparición en la recta final, llevándose el cuarto mapa y tratando de reparar la mala jornada que venía arrastrando.
As well, Moshi fighting the shot from afar. Buram desperately wants this Booyah.
Let's see though, it's a 3v3 situation, and let's see, then they might be outsmarted, but these sports moving in together. Moshi has already oversight on them. Wasana not making any shots. LBT gets close to Jonah, and Drogon managed to win that fight, isolating the rest of the team, but Lauho and Nero will be taken out. Now it's a 1v2 situation, and Moshi will help out, and there goes one remaining. Buram United, despite of not performing for the first three match, is now grabbing that Booyah.
The LBT did really well, but Get High on the opposite side was just cooking the rest of his team members, and Buram does not seem as sharp as they usually are.
Pasamos a la tabla de la cuarta partida y vemos que los primeros lugares no sufrieron muchos cambios. Sin embargo, la ventaja de RRQ ya no es tan amplia y su liderato podría peligrar. Por otro lado, Buram, gracias a ese Booyah, escala posiciones en la tabla media. Con esto, nos preparamos para el penúltimo mapa. Entrenamiento épico entre WAG y Pharaoh.
Until they attack you, alright? Very sneaky.
WAG Koi! Great dash, Rebel Rush on to get through, but let's see if the other players will be able to survive. There goes takedown to one of the players, Explore and PLS1. A little bit safe outside, but not so much for X4, so PLS1 will be running away.
Virtus Pro va en busca de Buram en la parte de Nevada.
Virtus Pro. And Wasana rocking a combination of Oscar and Tatsuya just to make sure that he has an exit strategy. But the Grenaders will be hit and will be knocked down. Good thing that Wasana is already in ground floor to go for the pickup, but another hit from Nameless brings him down. Get High is now enraged. Why are you doing this to my captain? And there goes a hit from Get High. Knockdowns after knockdown, but he goes down as well.
Oh, beautiful. As the Tatsuya just rushes on in.
Quedan solo 10 equipos en vida y el caos se apodera del mapa mientras todos intentan meterse en la zona segura. Pharaoh aprovecha la confusión, consigue varias eliminaciones clave y se lleva el mapa con una estrategia impecable.
And the Riptide Rhythm, beautiful use of the Steffi as well to block out all of those nades. But those glue wall melters just making sure those defenses do not stay up. Captain Jonah picked up once again. Moshi knocked down. Again and again and again, Buram players. Up they come and down they go, leaving Get High all alone, and the finishing blow from dudes from afar.
They're being hit from all sides, whether it's a grenade, whether it's an FGL or glue wall melters, making their survivability a little bit low. But Putra was able to go in for a takedown the other side. Nolan, though, will not be picked up. LBT, the only remaining for PE Sports. So this might be a 1v1 as he goes for recovery on the other side, using that Superman as well to go in for long flank, and probably might be able to beat down an RQ, but it is Pharaoh who's doing that number 16 elimination already. Close to 20 if they can get the remaining few players.
Dude, Pharaoh had 17 eliminations from a total of 4 games. And now with just this one game, they have got 16. And I'm very sure they will be able to equalize as Ma'al drops right in front of them, but quickly rushes towards the fences to make sure he places angles right. That gives the opening to AGAL. Dawn, M79, and he will catch Ma'al out. Cypher shut down by Cougar. And that's 18 eliminations strong. AGAL in a 1v3 duel, dropping back towards a little bit of a safer spot behind the fences, but Jump looking for that finisher. M590 gets the job done as Pharaoh wraps up a massive game with a Booyah.
They rise from the dead, and now Pharaoh will be back. Now let's see, we've seen them play this way.
Pasamos a la tabla de la penúltima partida y vemos que el top 3, top 2 y top 1 se mantienen, pero los demás equipos cada vez los están alcanzando y pisando los talones. Pharaoh, gracias a esa increíble partida con 19 eliminaciones, sube posiciones y se coloca en el top 4, dejando atrás a Buram. Así que, sin más preámbulo, nos vamos directo a la última partida.
But I think Onic has already beaten that, and the cord would be deadly, especially in the close range, and Calvin is just doing it.
Magna
Double kill.
looking for a good trade back here by Alif, getting the prime gun, the AC-80, finding a couple of hits for himself. But Putra, the AN-94, has got the rate of fire and damage. But the aim is just not there. The AC-80 wins that out again. Adam popping on in with the Bison this time round. Will be able to finally contain Alif.
Perfect opportunity to move to the next phase of the circle.
And this is just pure chaos here. Jonah actually getting a knock onto Noki. Fasa all laid out heavy. Could not stand with the best here as they get attacked by 2 teams at the same time. Evos Divine looking for this opportunity. Sees one good spot, hops on in, but sacrifices Ray. In the meantime, PE Sports from the back, turning the tables onto Evos. Nolan gets the M590 up close and personal shot in, but the recovery, unbelievable out of Evos.
Alacino Evos almost being taken down. Now LPT, will he be able to clutch this? It's a 1v2 situation, but no, Evos will still have 2 players to work with, Rasia and Ray. And Rasia on his 7th elimination already for Buram United. They're also losing out on the numbers, and they are going not only against WAG, but also the other teams who has them on their crosshairs. And one of those is RRQs, putting in so much pressure from above.
A very smart play by Moshi here. Just blocking out the other end of the container. Anticipating the very edge of that circle. Perfectly saving Wasana. Both of them recover. Buriram still has a strong chance here. Swazi hanging on for Virtus Pro. Right outside his door. He's got the Pharaohs who are looking for their second Booyah of the day. And Zenzi, as quickly as he showed up, snuffed him out. But now as they try to get out, Moshi showing finally what he's capable of. A double snipe from afar, taking Cougar out of the equation, dropping Jump as well.
Hell, let's go. I mean, there's a lot of engagement happening, and Pharaoh almost winning that fight. I mean, they pulled a surprise with everyone already up, but they were lacking just a few seconds to get away from the sides of Moshi. But for AGAL, same SR will be picked up, and RRQ right now will be chased into next phase of circle. A lot of barricades being brought in, but RRQ will have that advantage, especially in the shift of the phase. But there you go, the rush failed. Dukes and Ma'al remain. Ma'al with the Bison will be back his way. Not really his weapon of choice,
Oh.
but he's also putting in a lot of numbers.
But Moshi, Riptide Rhythm as well. From afar drops to Moshi the monster. And now it's a 2v2. Team SR helps out Team Buram by taking out 18 deer from the equation, leaving Dukes all alone. And 590 going in for the shot, but he's got Wasana alive, and Buram wraps the day up with a Booyah of their own.
And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, they didn't perform for the first half, but then second half, they really put in the numbers. And this is one of the teams that can do just like that. And we like looking back on how it is. From Solara, they have 25 points. From Alpine, they have 13 points.
Así termina la primera jornada, RRQ dominando de principio a fin, mientras PE Sports logra un sorpresivo top 2, aunque era de esperarse que pelearan fuerte. Buram, tras 3 partidas complicadas, buscó la remontada y se mantiene por encima. Pharaoh baja a la cuarta posición, y la gran sorpresa de la jornada fue la caída de Doras Pro, que termina penúltimo, mientras que los campeones del mundo se mantienen en el top 5 y All Gamer Global cierra en el top 6. Una jornada llena de emoción, sorpresas y combates intensos. Y así llegamos al final de esta primera jornada de la Free Fire World Series del sudeste asiático. Fue un día lleno de acción, sorpresas y enfrentamientos épicos. No olviden dejar su like, suscribirse y activar la campanita para no perderse ningún detalle de lo que viene en los próximos mapas. Nos vemos en la siguiente partida, hermanos.